Welcome to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. I'm your host, Gary Cohen. Our guest this day is Katie Van Leuven, who heads up our amazing village store. Welcome back, Katie.
Hey, thanks, Gary. Good to be here.
Wow, the end of the year. Can you believe it?
I cannot. Truly, I can't. It's gone so quickly. Absolutely quickly.
And it was busy times. Tell us, how did things go at the craft fair that happened recently?
Well, it was really kind of amazing. It was the 29th one that I've chaired, and it was busy from 7:30 in the morning until we ended at 2. Normally, that fair is a little chilly in the morning, and we don't have early morning crowds. But I don't know where they came from. They came from out of the woodwork. The parking lot was full all day long. It was amazing, and it broke last year's totals, which were a record last year. So we did really well.
And there's a lot going on indoors and outdoors.
Yes, absolutely. We had the radio station was there, and it was wonderful. Y'all all gave some announcements and were outside and inside, which was nice. It was helpful, too, because right at the beginning of the fair, we found a set of keys, car keys in the parking lot. So they brought them in the office, and I told the fellas that were doing the announcing, could you please announce them? And the lady came back to get her keys. So that's. I
think
good.
It's a great thing. The station is doing more with the other clubs and entities that are here. We're all in this together.
Absolutely.
We can all help each other out. That way it promotes what you all do. It helps promote what we all do. New people in the community maybe not realizing that there's a store such as yours, and maybe they don't realize there's a radio station. Right?
Absolutely. Right. In fact, I told someone yesterday I was going to be doing a radio interview, and they said, for what? And I said, for the Sun City West radio station. We have a radio station? I said, we do. It's on in the store. Come on in and you can hear it.
And also, I've been hearing from even my neighbors who have been watching the video version that we've been doing.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's really nice. I personally had never seen myself on a videotape, and it was okay, I guess. A little shy, but
well, not to worry about that, but also, for those who are still coming back, who have not come back yet, they can watch or listen to our show on the internet. You can find out what's happening here at your store before you even get here.
That is neat. That's very good. Yeah.
So it's not just your car radio or your house. You can, dial up the website of the club and find out what's going on, just like they can read about what's going on at the store on your website, right?
Yes, absolutely. I listened to my boss Riley's show yesterday morning, so I thought that was really well done. And it is kind of fun to hear what's going on, and it keeps we that are in the trenches informed on stuff that's going on around the community.
So at the craft fair, were there any items that stood out like, wow, this was the big deal? Like people were really like a magnet drawn to it.
Well, you know what? The club sales were pretty much the way they usually are as far as dollar volumes. But one of the clubs that this was their second fair, was the Agriculture Club that makes wonderful soaps. And they have loofah in them that they grow. And they did a phenomenal job. Just almost sold out, and I thought that's pretty incredible. And so it's just I go around. I don't ever get to shop because I forget my credit card all the time, but I go around and watch and just listen to the people making comments and see all the bags they're carrying and all the stuff. And we processed over 1,200 credit cards. So we know that's a lot of business. Yes, it was very busy.
Fantastic. Again, end of the year, looking ahead to 2020, anything new you would like to enlighten us with? Anything new coming around the bend at the store that people can look out for?
Well, it's interesting because we have a lot of new people that are moving in here. And so every time a new seller comes in, they bring something beautiful and new, and it just really catches our eye. And last year we had a couple that each made expandable wooden trivets, and they were, as soon as they came in the store, they were gone. Well, now they've taught another fellow how to make them, so now we have 3 makers, and they're just wonderful. They increase their price a bit, but they still sell like crazy. So it's fun to see things that are really popular, and it kind of wore the couple out that was making them. So they wanted to recruit a new craftsperson. But it's just fun to see the new things, and the creative nature of these folks is just quite amazing.
And of course, it's holiday time, so yes, you are a place where people can get pretty unique kind of gift.
We are. We tout the Village Store as not only something that gives you handmade items, we also recycle a lot of materials. We have a lot of wine cork things. Things are made out of wine cork, so that suggests that there's a lot of wine to be had around here. And then we also have 6.3 sales tax, which is nice. It's lower than around the rest of the communities. And so we really like that. We've got everything from beautiful jewelry items to knitted blankies and toys for children and lovely decorations for your home. And it's just a really nice spot. Then we have the occasional gentleman that'll walk in and say, I need something pretty for my wife. So we have personal shoppers that our ladies and gentlemen love to help someone find something nice to give as a gift. So.
And you have a wide variety there. My wife and I have gone in and, all kinds of special stuff.
Yeah, we do. We do with 23 different craft clubs in there. There are very few that duplicate an item, but we do have a few. And that gives a little more broad spectrum of like fabrics and ways that they make things. They may make the same kind of thing, but it always looks a little different. And the prices are so reasonable. When you buy something at the Village Store, you're helping your friends and your neighbors support their habit, as I say, but it's their hobby. So we take our small portion and the club gets a little bit, some of the clubs, and then the seller gets the rest so they can buy more materials to buy more stuff. So it's a good location. It's a good way for the community to be able to support itself by coming to the Village Store and bringing your guests and showing them the pride that we all have in the community. It just gives it's a real sense of pride for me personally to see people so excited about the items that we sell.
For those who are new to the community, craft fair is not just one time. It happens more than once. If you
Correct.
could fill people in on how that works.
Sure. The craft fairs are twice a year. We have the fall fair that we just had on November 2nd is always the first Saturday of November. And then the spring craft fair, which is coming up, is March 21st. And that's the third Saturday of March. So that's a way you can kind of remember. We occasionally might have to change the fall for the date of the fair. If it falls on the first of the month, we can't do that. But we look forward to March 21st as being our next fair. We usually have fewer clubs that participate, but our crowds are larger because of spring training and everybody's here in March. And so we have a tendency to sell even more than we sold in this last one.
Well, you have people from all over the country who are living here now. And you've noticed, Katie, that more and more people are living here year-round,
yes,
right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the summers aren't quite as quiet as they used to be. I mean, it was kind of a ghost town usually in August, and now it's a lot more active, and I think that's nice. It's good for the community. It's good for all the neighborhoods because you have more people around in the homes around the neighborhoods, keep an eye on things.
Well, the old saying, it takes a village, it takes a village to run the village. You have a nice team around you, don't you?
Yes, I do. Really wonderful team. We have both employees and volunteers, and without both, we just couldn't do it. And our volunteers, fortunately, they get credit for their volunteer time at the store, so we appreciate when they come in. And we have a lot more gentlemen lately that are coming in, and that's really fun because they have a special, communication skill with a lot of our other gentlemen. Usually the men are sitting out on the man bench outside, but when they see a guy in there, they come in and chit-chat about the woodworking or the metal or whatever it is that interests them. So it's fun. It's
Absolutely.
A lot of fun.
You are listening to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. I'm your host, Gary Cohen. Again, our guest is Katie Van Leuven, who heads up the incredible Village Store. It's a great location where you are. It's a really creative corner, if you will. It's almost, the creativity nook, if you will, right?
Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, this time of year, we have a lot of merchandise because the fair that just passed, people that don't sell all their items bring them in. So currently, it's a little crowded, and that can be a detriment because some people might just glaze over something that they really would have bought. But it's nice to have a large variety of items for them to choose from.
Absolutely. And again, I emphasize for newcomers, because there is going to be a newcomers on January 16th. Could you kind of explain how this all works, where the artifacts come from? I know that you involve all the charter clubs, correct?
Right. Well, we have 23 chartered clubs. The arts and crafts clubs that sell the items in the store are all of them that make things sell, except the creative stitchers. They don't participate because their items that they make are too time laden, and they want to keep them or give them away. But all of the clubs in the store are just they're really proud to be there, and they do participate in the newcomers coffees as well, as do we. It's just a good showcase for all the items that we've got.
Absolutely. I asked this of Jim Sloan earlier and Phil. I'd like to ask this of you. It is holiday time, and if you would like to share a holiday message for the community that you were an amazing part of.
Well, I just say I hope that you and your family have a lovely holiday season. Be safe out there. There's a lot of people that aren't familiar with the roadways, so drive carefully. And I just wish you the very, very best, and we'll see you next year.
Fantastic. I'd like to conclude by, if people would like to have more information about the Village Store, what is the very best way for them to have that?
They can come and see us. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 and Saturdays from 9 to 1. Or they can call us at 623-544-6135. Or they can email me at katie.vanleuven@suncitywest.com.
Fantastic. You have been listening to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. Our special guest today, again, Katie Van Leuven, who heads up the Village Store. Katie, we thank you for all you do in the community.
Oh, thank you.
We thank you for all the time you give to us on the radio, and we wish you and your family Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Same to you, Gary. Thanks so much.
Thank you.